Hello, and welcome back. It is time for more Final Fantasy XIV. When last we left off, we were dealing with some, cultists, I believe? Some, what's it called? Well, some cultists, at any rate. So, let's hop on back into it. It has been, like, what, a week or so? Oh, look! And the sun doth shine. Alright. Let's deal with some darn dirty cultists. Wow. Oops. Whew. That is pretty cool. I like the lock on. Really like that. Level sync is in effect. Yep. That's fine.
Is the bait in place?
Our man is in position, sir.
Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear.
Yes, sir.
And here they are.
Ah! What is the meaning of this?
Wait, something's amiss. Ba ba ba!
I'm afraid your little ambush ends here.
I eluded the immortal flames as clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it?
'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside.
Right. Your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep.
They're all yours.
Oh, really? You think you can stop me? Ha. Look at you. What? Oh. My level has been lowered, so I can't use that ability. At least I can still mug. Hey, pugilist. Get out of there, bro. Yeah, I faint you. Oh, I should probably switch targets, take out these weaker guys. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of extra people. Yeah. Yeah. And that Halberdier is dead. We got that Ranger. Soon to take out this Ranger. And okay, even more showed up. Alright, I need to take care of this guy. Hello, Halberdier. They actually can't. They really can't kill him, can they? Frank. Look at this guy. Also, he's got a lot of health. Oh, there we go.
Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you!
Was that sleep spell? Oof.
Ringer. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum.
Bum, bum, bum. You are no longer level synced. Well, good. There's a fate nearby. Oh boy!
I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand.
The bowl of flame of embers now accessible. I take it that's a instance dungeon thing. Yep. Ifrit. That's what I was trying to think of. Cultists of Ifrit. Forming a party. Ba ba. Forming a party. Ba ba. Also, I'm level 28. Doing a level 20 quest. Oh boy. Can't wait for people to show up and form a party for this dungeon. I have a letter. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Hey, Private.
Listen well, these waters feed into the marshes of Drybone. A short swim will see us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we are like to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and assemble a rescue party. Once you have won free, seek out our comrade stationed at Drybone. He will show you the way back here. May the 12 speed your way.
No, I'm not leaving. I need to form a party. Average wait time of 8 minutes. Oof. They're going to kill us, aren't they? Because I don't want to die. I want to go home. No, not you, Coral.
The lizard men marched us to their stronghold. They're preparing for something, and I, for one, do not want to be around when they finish.
There's this Lexus Starboard here. Maybe they'll join up. The lizards claim they will soon bring us before Ifrit for tempering. They're not seriously considering locking horns with the devil now, are you? Just waiting for more people to form a party for the Bowl of Embers. Right?
The Bowl of Embers.
Yes! Finally, commence. Good. Light party.
Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence.
Oh boy. Here comes Ifrit.
Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhood head. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bring those two as well.
Ugh. Huh, what's going on? This ain't what we agreed.
None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit.
No, spare me! I beg you! Oh, hold on. Let's see here.
Beautiful children of man, be by my breath I claim. But rise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flame as you don't pay, and all who stand against us shall burn.
Oof. That's a lot of fire. Almighty Ifrit. My one true God.
My one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Would it be?
Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation.
Hold up.
Or source of thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessels to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessedness number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered.
Uh-oh. One more party members. Okay. Oof. Keep forgetting that I'm leveled down for this. Not looking too bad though.
To the inferno.
Daggers. I'll faint him. Yeah!
Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment.
I think not. Also, Infernal Nail. I'll take it out. I think. Man, this is a tough man. Maybe not.
Thy soul shall burn for eternity.
He's almost dead. Well. Forward!
Thy flames shall consume thy flesh and soul both.
Faint him. Oof.
Succumb to the inferno.
I think we're supposed to focus that nail when it shows up.
Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment.
I will try and take out this nail as fast as I can. Nope.
Thy soul shall burn for eternity.
And we're dead. I really feel like that nail has importance. Although we do get really close to killing him, but I'm not sure if we really can without taking out the nail. Right.
Surrender thyself to the violence of judgment.
I really feel like this nail needs to be dealt with. Nearly got it. There we go.
Thy soul shall burn for eternity.
Will it? Ow, that hurt, but not as much.
Thou art strong, mortal.
Yeah, now we can take him out. So close. Oh. Ow. Second one. I'm good. Ooh. Yes. Another crystal. Aha! That marks 2.
Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot.
I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Genosia. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say?
This way, sir!
Very well then. Away we go.
But who is this? So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ul'dan interference into account.
You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon.
Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here.
That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn.
Not that there was aught worth it for it to read. But I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans?
Perhaps. But that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you.
With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior.
And here we are at Camp Drybone. Hey, Thancred.
Ah, there you are, Genosia. Come, rest a while. You have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Janasia. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves.
Staking claims, dead bodies everywhere, buzzing at church. So where exactly do you want me to go? Thancred. Ah yes, back to the meeting place. Well, I have not here a way of teleporting to Vesper Bay. Here we go. Here at the Footfalls in Vesper Bay. Lila Silverleaf. No, I want to use the door. Hello, Scion of the Seventh Dawn.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you.
Indeed, and I'll get a wrist guard and a lot of experience.
My late arrival nearly cost Janasia her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived. But that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Janasia, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. Put paid? What? As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Liminza and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals? Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether, crystals.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal.
Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of aether.
However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected.
Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
Yeah, you finally actually told me why it would be important. Because before you told me, oh, you've got this ability to see other people's memories, but you can't control it. It just kind of happens whenever it does, and you can't make it happen. But we need you because you have that ability, and it's like, well, but huh? You already have it. Why do you need me? Also, it's random, so... And I can't control it, so how am I to help you by using that ability? But then now you tell me that there's a second part of that echo thing. And that's the part that really helps.
The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Genossia. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself.
Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, This information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Genasia. But I should be going.
I must offer
my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Le Soir would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger.
Uh-huh. You know, one thing I find rather odd is how in this MMO you've got these dungeons where you have to do them with a party of other players in order to progress your story. And yet the story itself doesn't acknowledge anyone else but you. They always treat it like you went in there yourself and cleared it out all by yourself. And you're the special one. Even though there's hundreds of thousands of other people who are just as special as you and are also helping you to do these dungeons and do these boss fights, which require the help of other people, and it's a part of this your main story. It just feels really weird. Because it's all like, yes, you alone defeated Ifrit. Never mind those 3 other people that joined you, though they don't exist. You alone defeated Ifrit. You are amazing and special.
Just forget about those 3 other people that were there. That they definitely weren't actually there. Yep. Who are you even talking about? What, you were there all alone. You're special. Not these imaginary people that you made up.
What's up next, Minfilia?
Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ashtola that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the...
Now, hang on. Hold up. You were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Uh-huh. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward. Despite the fact that every quest that you did had a reward, and they told you that what the reward would be before you accepted the quest, and therefore you accepted the quests with thought of reward. But no, you aided so many in need without thought of reward. Despite all the thousands of gil that you received in reward and all the items and experience and forget all that. You definitely didn't even think about the rewards of those quests when you accepted to aid those people.
Then you personally bested the primal Ifrit.
I am not so pious as you seem to think I am, Minfilia.
You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price. as you will soon discover.
Man, I am a giant. Look at me.
We have guests, Genasia. Or rather, you have guests.
Beg pardons.
Hello?
Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst.
I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Laminza, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks.
As you can see, Genasia, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the grand companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Genasia's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of her triumph is to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? Eep!
Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Fasan. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Fasan. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms.
Hang on. Why? My audio sometimes has this like weird sound in the back. Give me 1 second. Ba 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 ba. Testing, testing. Alright, I think that sounds better now.
A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah.
The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. As do many others in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens.
Well, yeah, that's kind of where I started out.
It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Laminza to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia!
Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter? As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations, empowered to call upon the material, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Laminza, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ulda. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face.
It's really not. I'm going with Limsor Minza.
Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers?
A fine suggestion. A fine suggestion.
You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady.
Very well. Let Junasia hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer.
I'm going with Limsa Minza. I really don't need to go see these addresses.
I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Junasia, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same.
So why can't I join all 3, though? If I'm already joined up with you, and I can join up with them as well at the same time, and you help to protect all of Eorzea, and each of them protects a different section of Eorzea, wouldn't it make sense for me to join all of them?
Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Junasia, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place.
Uh-huh. Heyo.
When the Admiral speaks, even pirates listen. And that is no small thing. She is a born leader, the kind one would gladly follow to the 7th.
Well, I would join you, but I apparently am not allowed to join until I have heard the speeches of each of the leaders. Which seems pretty ridiculous to me.
Western Thanalan.
Hey, Dadaru.
I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Janasia. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place? If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Seed Seeker Kani Sena will deliver her address at Miketo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ulda, where Flame General Robin Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Minza, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merlvib Blofisfin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry Xanthale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. To Gridania. Ba 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 ba, New Gridania. Ba ba ba. Oh, where you go? Ba ba ba. New Gridania. Gridania, New Gridania. What is in here? An ill-conceived venture. So you want to be a carpenter? The house that death built. So you want to be an archer? Well, let's see about this troubled adventure real quick. Because these usually unlock something. Are having difficulty summoning their retainers. Should you wish to offer your assistance, you will find these troubled souls in Limsa Minza, Gridania, and Ulda. Be the same regardless of whom you help, so do not hesitate to aid the adventure of your choice. She's never ignored a summons before. Beg your pardon, madam, but would you be willing to aid a fellow adventurer? It's about my retainer. She hasn't returned from her last venture to 9 Ivies. Yeah, 9 Ivies. And I fear something terrible may have happened. I would track her down myself if I could, but I've an important appointment I must needs keep. I must needs keep. Why not just say I must keep? Mayhap you could go and search in my stead? Oh my goodness.
Way over there, huh? All the way over there. How dare you, sir? I have an appointment to keep in Old Gridania. In Old New Gridania. Gridania, New Gridania, Gridania, Old Gridania. Over there. And what else do we have around here? Lancer. Leather worker. Couple of little quests. Botanist. And conjurer.
I am not some conjurer of cheap tricks. I am not trying to burgle you. I'm trying to help you.
We're going to Amphitheater, which isn't on here. Have I not attuned to that one? Oh. I must have, but Bristling Miller. What else would it be called? Strange. I guess I'll just walk. It's not that far. Also, hey, delivery Moogle. I hear you have a letter for me.
Look what we have here. A new letter has arrived just for you, Kupo.
Thank you for playing Final Fantasy XIV. Enclosed is a 4-piece set of Advent attire. Never mind. Strife vest, gloves, bags, and boots. Oh, I guess I'll take it. Let us see what it looks like. Well, those are some neat looking pants. Ooh. Oh. Strife is in Cloud Strife. I see. Okay. You know what? I need to find an inn. Because I want to make that into an outfit. I would love to wear that. Yeah, I've activated this one. I just have no clue what it would be called. Because it's not called the Amphitheater, which is where this one is. And if I mouse over this, it says Keto's Amphitheater, but I couldn't pick that from a list. Ridiculous! Here I am at the amphitheater, though.
I lost my son to the calamity.
Okay.
The 3 Seed Seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
What? What? No, what was that about? Stumbling over bodies.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood, fearful of the Green
Whoops.
Wrath. They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron,
Who are you two?
Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
Clap, clap, clap.
5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered
Why
from
is he
within
smiling?
and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day,
That was
5
straight up
years
an
ago,
Oblivion.
countless Eorzeans
NPC
laid down
line.
their lives that we might behold another dawn.
Time
Please
was
join
you could
with me
walk the
in
high
honoring
roads
their
without
memory.
fear. Have you heard of the High Elves?
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done!
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest!
the elementals!
We must think of the children! Words will be done. For the elementals! These NPC lines. These sound so ridiculous. Also, YouTube. What's up with YouTube?
If you'll permit me, Alfie no.
Alfie, no.
And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Y'all seem rather young. Y'all are children over here. Oh.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twellswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet, how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war. And when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Nodders. Why is your sister so quiet? And also, why are you children? Like, I know you're elves and all, but you still look like children. Well, next is Ulda, but first, I suppose I should go to... I need to go to East Shroud, but in order to get to East Shroud, I need to go through Central Shroud. Through the Jadeite Thick. And to the northeast. Where the heart is, the lavender beds. Oh, hello, Phoenix. Away I go. Across the forest. Over the river and through the woods. To 9 ivies I go. No need to fight any monsters on the way, cause they're all really weak. And I'm level 28. Really over leveled for this area.
Mapping the realm, East Shroud. To 9 ivies.
What is Sylph Stronghold? Huh.
Leaves of Hawthorn.
The replacement color and Swinophobia. It's so foggy in this forest. Oh, because the weather is fog, that's why. Duh. I should talk to you, Chocobo Keep. Oh, you're all about lead meats, okay. Never mind. Giant gnat. Oh my goodness. Sure are big. Novice Retainer, what are thou doing? Oh, hi, hungry buzzard. You'll not have me. You won't kill me. Hey. You can stand up now.
Bless you, adventurer. So focused was I on my task that I took no notice of the buzzards at my back. You seem confused. Have you heard naught of ventures? It is a service in which we retainers carry out procurement expeditions on behalf of our employers. I have heard of them. Alas, some are not wont to furnish us with sufficient equipment, despite the obvious benefits it would afford both parties. Ah, has he been summoning me this entire time? Pray excuse me. Forgive me, master. I was waylaid by beasts. Yes, by a Huron rogue. How did you know? Of course, as you wish. It seems I must take my leave at once. But before I go, pray allow me to thank you. I have naught to recompense you with, but should you inform my supervisor, Parnell, of your deeds, I am confident she will see fit to reward you. May we meet again, my friend, and do not forget to visit Parnell in the shaded bower.
And away she goes. Guess I should return to old Gridania. Just north of New Gridania. And Ethernet. Other Workers Guild should be close. Yeah. There's Parnell. Retainer vocate.
Greetings, madam. I have been expecting you. The retainer as you rescued was most effusive in her praise. Retainers are, of course, permitted to refuse a venture which they determine to be too dangerous. Alas, this particular young woman is new to the profession, and was thus easily persuaded by her employer to accept. Beg your pardon? You would like to know more about ventures? Certainly, it would be my pleasure to explain. In cooperation with the Adventurers Guild, we have established a new system through which retainers may be dispatched to procure items for their employers. Should you wish to avail yourself of this additional service, you will need to pay your retainer in advance with ventures. Script issued by the Adventurers Guild. Here, pray accept these complimentary ventures with my thanks. Bear in mind that most retainers lack the skill to carry out all but the most menial of tasks. Of course, as they grow more experienced, that will change. If this sounds daunting, let me assure you that it's simple in practice. Why not speak with your retainers and see what they think?
You may now dispatch retainers in your employ on ventures. Summon the retainer you wish to send afield and follow the instructions to begin. How nice. Time to travel to
Ulda, Steps of Nald.
Also, it looks like some of my gear is, is ready to be extracted from. Yep. Here, I'll open up this because it's easier. All this brand new equipment. There we go. All extracted. Also, I've got some stuff to sell. So I got Quick Arm and Heaven's Eye. So direct hit rate and skill speed. Wasn't there a... Yeah, I've got a tab here. Got those. Heaven's Eye, Savage Aim. Quick Tongue and Quick Aim. Or Quick Arm. Well. Where must I go? So you want to be a thaumaturge? Is that... Yeah, Hastings Strip. Right here, which is the Chamber of Rule. But it won't be called the Chamber of Rule on the list, because why would it do that? Why would it, make sense and help you Oh, no, there it is. Never mind. Chamber of Rule. I am a fool. It's only Gridania that doesn't name their places properly. Here we are. What have we here?
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamal herself!
And Reborn as well!
Uh-huh.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Reborn! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
Well, yeah. Are you sure?
There,
I could have sworn
at
you
the
were
Flame
talking
General's
about
back flies the Grand
Gridania.
Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Okay.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people. Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Reborn?
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into
These
the Inferno,
lines.
for we are,
These line
by
reads.
fire, reborn!
Absolutely ridiculous.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
Fancy meeting you again.
One of those played twice. I believe, I believe.
The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit.
Yeah, I know. I stopped them.
Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them.
Yeah.
The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If what threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they inevitably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks.
I'm sure. And your sister decided to leave without saying a word.
It is time to go back to Limsa Lominsa. To return to my hometown, which isn't really my hometown, but it's close enough.
Ba, 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 ba. I need to go to an inn.
Excuse me, lift attendant. I would like to go to the Drowning Wench. For I know there is an inn here. There you are, innkeep. Yes, I would like to retire to an inn room. That I might access a glamour dresser. Not inventory, but headbutting hands, strife vest, using glamour prism and oh, actually, real quick, I just want to see. Does it even have any stats, really?
Yeah, no, it's very much for glamour purposes. Strife vest. Oh, I could have checked it from here. Could have said item comparison. Oh well. Strife gloves. Yes. And then legs and feet. Strife bags. Yes, yes, yes. And strife boots. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Added glamour plates. Yes. Oh, what? Wait, huh? Added glamour plates. Right. No glamours. What? What? I literally just... Excuse me? Oh, apply glamour. Yes. Apply glamour. Okay, and it's not costing any glamour prisms, so that's nice. And now... Glamour plates. Nope. Glamours. What? Oh, I see. I'm a fool. There we go. What's with all this junk on the back, though? I assume those are weapon holsters, but why are there 1, 2, 3, 4... It looks like, yeah, like 4 holsters for daggers slash... Yeah, no, for daggers. Why are there 4 dagger holsters? That looks so weird. But I shall apply it. Yes. And so now I can go in here to glamour plate and I can apply that at any time. And not to mention, my character isn't even using them. They're just hovering back there and my daggers are still at the side. What is with this? It looks so terrible having those there. If you just remove them, it would look far better. Oh, and actually there's like another holster behind this holster. So there's really like 5 dagger holsters. Why? What is the point of this? Well, at least I get to show off my guns and look sick. Ooh, I just need to dye this thing like black or something. You know what, let me see if I can dye it. What? They won't let me. Oh, okay, there we go. I just select it here. Yeah, that'd look good enough. There we go. Gotta sell those. But for now, to the Bulwark Hall. Oh, and I've got these little hints to read.
Glamour plates allow players to instantly equip an entire set of glamored gear without expending glamour prisms. Please note, however, that glamour plates can only be used while in a large city. Uh-huh. Images of gear stored in glamour dressers or your armoire can be applied to glamour plates to create full sets of glamored attire that can be equipped with a single command. Now, does that mean that if I leave the city, the glamour plate disappears so I'm not looking like this anymore? Or does that mean that I can only switch them, like apply them, while in the big city? That's a good question.
Here to attend the remembrance service? Be quick. The Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
Proceed.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Another matter altogether. What? We have Harry Potter in attendance. I think he's right back there. Hey, Myrtle Flip.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Also, another thing to note, each of these leaders of these main towns, you know, Ul'dah, Gridania, and Limsa, they have all these voiced lines, this long speech, but not all of their lines are voiced. Like during the main story, I was talking with Merlvib during one part, and her lines weren't voiced. I had to voice her myself. And yet, she has this super long speech here that is completely voiced. So they paid her to do all this voice, but they didn't pay her to do every line of the character's dialogue. And I gotta wonder why. If you're going to have a character voiced, you might as well voice all their lines. It only makes sense.
"700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
Oh, okay, Alphina.
The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
Uh-huh.
When the
Okay.
Guardian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom.
Yeah.
Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Excuse you.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
They sure do.
Those fishback
The
bastards.
Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny
He's got
breeds
some
below
nice hair.
deck?
Got a nice hairstyle.
There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Till sea swallows all.
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
These voice lines, man.
Fancy meeting you again.
Indeed. Why do you keep following me?
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Laminza is plagued by two beast tribes.
I know. I've been here.
The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan.
Also, the strife outfit comes with the Aerith's ribbon.
The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Laminzan's backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Laminzans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question.
Well, of course I'm joining them.
But will you sail with the Admiral?
Yes, they have been. Also, I really wish that I could have the eye patch on the other eye, because my character's right eye is where the scar is. And so it would make more sense rather than having a scar here and then an eye patch there.
Genasia, this is Minfilia. Are you well, I hope? Or you are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence! Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guest from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back.
Fine. Rushing me like this. But first, I will make a stop at the market to sell these little trinkets. That's a sick sword. Hey! Oh, hello. Why would you put that over top of my inventory? Alright, sell these, and sell those. There we go. I should also probably make sure that my stuff is repaired. Man, that red star there just makes me think of Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. Gathering all those stars. Hello, Mender. I should like for you to repair all my gear. Thank you. Good day. Whoops. Good day. Man, that teleport looks cool. Vesper Bay. Oh yeah, level 50 and level 35. High level quests over here.
Enter the Solar.
Welcome back, Genasia. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped?
I really didn't need to go and listen to them.
Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Genasia.
There's literally hundreds of thousands.
But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
Quest complete. Ba, 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 ba.
The gods only know what Grand Company...
Oops.
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
They're not rewriting history. What? They just didn't mention it.
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Also, once again, these guys have voice actors that were paid to voice these lines, but not all of their lines. There's a couple of lines after each ceremony that aren't voiced for some reason. Quite ridiculous. But also, I mean, they really shouldn't have called them remembrance ceremonies, because they were more of, hey everybody, we need to band together against that empire that's trying to kill all of us. That's basically the entire point of those rallies. And yet they called them remembrance ceremonies. Hey bro.
How was the Admiral's speech? But you need not explain. That you stand before me now is answer enough. You have resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not?
Yes. Also, just looking at height differences, I am just about as tall as this guy's hat. I am almost as tall as this elf. And I'm about a head short of this, not sure what their race is called. But I mean, they're like the biggest guys. And yet, here I am. Stream game might be... Really? Yeah. Screw Anish Kapoor. And let me see here. Yeah, it's still... What? That is strange. I will change that right now. Thank you for letting me know. Because I did not notice. I swear I changed it before I started the stream, but... There we go. Thank you. And a good day to you as well.
That's the spirit, lass. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend.
Yeah. I do play Bug Fables on Mondays, if you are interested.
Now the choice is made. It is time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Maelstrom Command back in Limsa.
Seems eager to welcome you to Limsa Lemons' grand company.
'Tis on the upper decks, in case you have forgotten. I will send word to our personnel officer to expect you. The duties of a Maelstrom soldier can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure.
Back to Limsa Lemons. So, yeah, go to the upper decks. Yeah, over to Maelstrom Command, the aft castle. Gotcha. Aft castle.
Hail, adventurer. What business have you at... Whoops.
Oh. I have options?
I believe you are expecting me. Junasio Vasan, our recruitment officer, sent word of your coming. It shall be my honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several...
Sir!
What is it, Private? And this had better be important.
Sir, we've received a report from a lookout in Lower Lenosia. Sir, Imperial forces have fired upon a high-wind Skyways airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood.
Cedarwood? We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down on the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Vasan, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom must needs be unofficial. If our man in Lower Lenosia is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Garleans do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return.
Nodders. Head to Cedarwood. There we go. Cedarwood. Looks like... might as well just head straight down here. Away we go. Oh, and I think I could use this to go to Temp escape. Quick travel. Get me there even faster. Hello, Mossless Goobu. I am almost level 29. How about that? Hello, Goobu. Goodbye, Goobu. Almost there. Calicos. Hey, man. Level sank to 24. What? How are you hiding? You're such a big man trying to... What? There's no way you are hiding in those bushes, sir. You clearly stand out.
An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first.
And then you stand up like... There's no way they can't see... Oh my goodness. You're out of breath from that short run? Come on.
Maelstrom Command sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform.
Bro, really?
Be at ease, sir. We are of the Maelstrom. You're a Garland Works engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Visan. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials.
I mean, yeah, I reached him before the Imperials, but the Imperials reached the airship first.
I've never seen such a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. Danny? We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes.
No you don't.
Scouting party from Castrum Occidents, I'd say. Seems they want your ship engineer. Wedge! We have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco.
A tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring. She really was. Till those blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut. But they're not getting on that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. What say you, Vasan? Ready to give those curs a hiding?
Indeed I am. I'm a rogue, ain't I?
Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge! An ambush! To arms! Yeah!
Duty commence. Oh, I should take out this mage here. Stop. Oh, there's a healer here. This Decurion. You would see. You foolish fool. Yeah, the might of the Empire, sure. You are too late to cast your healing magic, sir. Oh! Excuse me, Meditech Vanguard over here. And a couple more archers to boot. That's a very large vanguard. Oh. There's just a storm archer back there. Stun. Attack him in the back. Where do you think you're going? Excuse you? You can't run from justice. Yeah. You get back here. You're a fast little bugger, ain't you?
Duty complete.
Pigs!
Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship.
Pigs and Wedge, of course.
That was a close one.
Too close. So, how's she look anyway?
The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne.
A few minor modifications, and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Visan, you're free to return to Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Command of the part you played today. I, just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if it hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge.
Thank you. We're very grateful.
Alright. Back to Maelstrom Command. Station it to Aft Castle. So many people here.
Welcome back, Visan. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of, after you're properly inducted into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction...
Level 29! Woo! But I'm still doing, like, level 20 quests.
Let us start afresh, shall we?
Salute.
You are welcome here, Genasi Visan. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is that you will be joining. A grand company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against a nation's deadliest enemies. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Garlean Empire, and solving the many problems caused by the calamity. Every man and woman who serves under our colors has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa Luminza afloat, and on whatever heading Chief Admiral Merlfib Blofisvin sees fit to set. As part of this grand vessel's crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favorable, lass, and strength of arm may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you with talk of ship and oar, let me put it another way. A Maelstrom soldier labors till her last breath, fights till her last drop of blood. We give our all in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. Visan,
It is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering the Maelstrom's ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say?
You have my sword till sea swallows all. What skills I have are yours till sea swallows all. I will follow the Admiral to the very bottom of the abyss. I mean, I don't have any swords, but you have my sword until sea swallows all. I mean, I have daggers, I have an axe, I have a fishing rod.
And I've no doubt we'll need it. Keep your weapons close at hand, lass. Genasi Vasan, I hereby assign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private. May you serve Limsa Laminza well till sea swallows all.
Till sea swallows all! Till sea swallows all! Clap, 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 clap.
Can you hear me, Genasia? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Vasan. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask you that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though, you are now a woman of the storm. You are no less a scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting.
No rest for the wicked, eh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Riki. Might be worth your while.
Commander Riki.
You may now accept the quest, My Little Chocobo, Maelstrom, by speaking with Rashtat Riki. This quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn.
Ew, I'm gonna get my own chocobo, right?
Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now a member of a grand company, and have been assigned the rank of Private 3rd Class. Your grand company and rank can be confirmed at any time under the Profile tab in the Character interface, under Character in the main menu. Grand companies pay their members not in gil, but in company seals. You can confirm how many seals you are currently in your possession under the currency in the main menu. Seals can be earned by completing various Grand Company missions. A Grand Company Quartermaster is stationed at each Grand Company headquarters and will exchange items for company seals. Company seals are only redeemable with the Grand Company that issued them. The Grand Companies of Eorzea are in constant need of supplies and provisions to maintain their daily operations. Adventurers can earn experience points and company seals by crafting or gathering the items required and delivering them. Speak to a Grand Company personnel officer or one of the many officers stationed throughout the realm to complete the delivery.
Man, look at her tattoos.
Items sought change every day. Earth time. They can be confirmed by selecting timers located under duty in the main menu.
Hey yo, I want a chocobo.
Well, if it isn't Private Vasan, I must say, the tales of your deeds have been an inspiration to the troops. Our duties take us far and wide, and I'll wager you've slogged across quite a few malms of countryside, on naught but your own 2 feet. Such a sterling soldier of the Maelstrom deserves her own steed. Let us see about having one issued for you. All you need do is obtain a Storm Chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the Quartermaster. Once you have this deed, Present it to Fragrant, and she will see you saddled up on one of our trusty birds.
Alright. Storm Chocobo issuance. Freyguy. Where is Freyguy? Also, what level is that? Level 30, level 50. I am level 29, but where? Why does it seem blocked? Must present Freyguy with a Storm Chocobo issuance. This document can be obtained by exchanging company seals with Storm Quartermaster. Here's something you've been setting aside your seals. So I have to purchase one. It takes how many seals, I wonder? Wait, what would it be under? Engineer manual. Drop salt seeds. Storm Chocobo issuance requires 200 seals. And I have 0. So, hey, officer. Eel pie. Shadow catfish. Expert delivery missions are available upon attaining the rank of Storm Star. Okay, fine. I need a shadow catfish. Shadow catfish and 3 eel pies. Let's see if I can purchase them. Shadow catfish. Yes, I need to purchase one. 5,500 gil. My goodness. And what about eel pies? I need 3. I'll take it. There we go. I'll just turn those in. Soon enough, I'll have my very own Chocobo. Hello, sir. Okay, why are you... At mower. Look at all that. Okay, I just get an extra 192 seals because they were high quality. Oh my goodness. Oh, really all I need is that catfish, I guess. No matter. Now I'm level... Oh, no. Not my actual level. My level's still 29, but I got... Oh, I got a fisher level and a culinarian level. For purchasing those items and then turning them in. Sure, I'll take it. I need Storm Chocobo issuance. Thank you. Yeah, there's some seeds, smelling salts, dark matter. Weapons and stuff takes like 1,000, over 1,000. Same with armor. The armor doesn't really look
Very good anyway. Oops. Those are probably, yeah, intelligence based. Very fancy. But not what I want. And weapons. The best, is it Kane? Who can even... CNJ and WHM. Daggers. How do these fare? They got a set bonus of critical hit plus 10. They're also plus 7 physical damage compared to my current, but they are level 30, which I am almost level 30. They don't have any materia slots though. But dexterity plus 7, skill speed plus 9, and vitality plus 7. Very interesting. But for now, I must head to the Chocobo Keep at the eastern gate. Quick travel here, head back into town. You, Fregheim. Want a bird, is she to say? Then I'll need to see a Storm Chocobo issuance. Here you go. Give me Chocobo. Give me Chocobo. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. Look at that Chocobo. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. A name for my Chocobo. Oh, are you... Ah, I see. Quack! Attain 2 and 20 character. Alphabetic characters. Whoa. What am I gonna name you? Let's get a look at you. Standard yellow Chocobo with some armor. And the Linsleman's a standard on each wing. Names. Let's see. How about Ellie? Ellie. Where'd you... Ellie, where'd you go? I dare say he likes his name. Here is your very own Chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but
they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo Rider's license, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship.
You can use a Chocobo whistle to acquire the action to summon your personal Chocobo. Unlike rental Chocobos, there is no time limit regulating how long you may remain on Chocoback. Remember, however, there are areas such as highly populated cities and narrow dungeons that your Chocobo will refuse to enter. The action to summon your Chocobo can be set to your hotbar and is located within your mount guide found under character in the main menu. Chocobo armor or barding can be equipped via the companion interface situated in the character section of the main menu. Ha ha ha.
Well, it's time to use my whistle. Now I can summon the mount. Look at that. What is this? Chocobos are known to enjoy the flavor and thus are. The greens are often used as fodder for the animals. I'm going to stick that right there. Now I can summon Ellie whenever I want. Why are there... Oh, there's pluses because of the... Yeah. I do wonder, what if... I mean, that actually doesn't look too bad, having that red. Is that the... Yep, Dalamud red dye. The other dyes I put in storage, right? Yeah. But yeah, that doesn't look too bad. What if I selected... Yeah, that'd be a lot of red. Boots would be very red. And the gloves would also be very red. Yeah, with the tabard, it really wouldn't be too bad. The red would go with the ribbon, kinda. And it would go with my hair. Add a bit more color to the outfit. Yeah. Might as well. Yeah. That looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Plus, it shows a bit of pride in the Limsa Laminza maelstroms. Time to teleport. Eastern Thanalan. Look at them flying around on their mount because they can fly. Welcome back, Janasia. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Sounds good. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Genasia. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs.
Wedge and Biggs.
Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs.
And I'm...
God, man, spit it out, will you?
Wedge, at your service! I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you and fight with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness.
Quest complete. Level 20 quest still.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder.
And once again, why were her previous lines not voiced, but these ones are?
Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained, until such time as we know. It would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda. Who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo.
Winning the Sylph's favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
So now it's time to go on an outing with those two. Adder's Nest, which is... okay. Yeah, it's in Gridania. Just go ahead and teleport there right now. What is that? Broadening horizons. What even... earrings. Through the White Wolf Gate. Sunstone earrings looking nice. Strength, vitality, and skill speed. Well, strength and vitality plus 2, skill speed plus 3. I wouldn't get the dexterity bonus that I have, nor the direct hit rate bonus, but there is a materia slot here. It also doesn't have the defenses that this one has. Perhaps another time. For now, I must speak with Orsail Haralo, or Halawa, Eulua. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to... beg pardons, 'tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Well... Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the twin adders?
Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today.
Ida and Papalimo. Always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late.
Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the twin adder was in need of our adventuring prowess.
Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The twin adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen.
Wow, racist much?
Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of a primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, It is a possibility we cannot ignore.
Better to be safe than sorry, indeed.
Do we strike at Ramu, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive to an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes the commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. Nodders. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to the Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one.
A friendly palaver with the Sylphs? This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from Wetshore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo? Papalimo?
And we shall continue this quest next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Well, we did quite a few, we did a few story quests. We beat up Ifrit. Now we're probably going to be ending up beating up Ralu, I believe it was. And we got to level 29. Woo! Level 29 doing level 20 main quests. This is gonna take forever. But we also unlocked the ability to use a chocobo, finally! Finally I can summon a mount and ride around. It will be so nice. What are you doing? Why? Why have you done this? In any case, there'll be more... Okay, seriously, oh my... Can you not? Look, I will be playing more Final Fantasy XIV on Thursday. Away from that insane sorcerer casting his magics while I'm trying to talk. Yes, more Final Fantasy Thursday, more Bug Fables Monday, and I will see you next mission. Bye-bye.